Hey guys, going to come at you with a pretty quick and simple video here today. I'm going to discuss the importance of the minimap as well as positioning according to what you see on the minimap. Cannot overstate the usefulness of the minimap, particularly in small and medium-sized fights. Particular to these fights, you'll find that using the minimap to your advantage allows you to get into good position on enemies, get the drop on them, and potentially get that extra damage that you need in order to win your fights. Quite simply, the most important thing you're looking for when you're looking at the minimap is where there are groups of enemies, the direction that they're facing, the direction that they're moving. This allows you to come in at angles that they're not suspecting in order to get the drop on them and finish them off quickly. Now, there's two primary times you need to be thinking about looking at your minimap in the middle of a fight. One, anytime you take shield damage and into health damage, you need to be falling back and getting your shields back up. During this time, you should be both reloading, but more importantly, checking your minimap as you're trying to reposition yourself for the next engagement in that fight, as well as giving yourself a heads up if they're coming around a corner on you. Second time is anytime you're reloading, including in the middle of a fight, you should be glancing down at your minimap and checking to see if there's any additional threats coming your way. In terms of positioning, you want to make sure you're coming in at the side of those enemy arrows or behind or above. You need to be making sure you're trying to get into a flanking position. Give yourself the most favorable chances in a 1v1 gunfight or any kind of gunfight that you're going to be engaged in. Also allows you to know if you should be retreating from that angle, if there's too many arrows coming at you. These are just some of the things that checking that minimap will allow you to do. Now, in group play, it may be less important in larger size fights, but definitely having an infiltrator with a radar beacon that allows us to have the information on the minimap is crucial in order to make these kinds of decisions. So if you find yourself in a squad without an infiltrator, be considering switching to that class in order to provide that radar beacon. Or if you're playing solo in a small or medium-sized battle and you recognize that you do not have a radar beacon up, make sure you get that thing down in order to provide that kind of awareness to both yourself and to your friendlies. It will make all the difference in these sizes of fights. Now, importantly, of course, the opposite is true when you're dealing with the enemy. If you can get their radar beacons down and destroy their ability to have map awareness of where you are, it's very advantageous in order to do so. So those EMP grenades are pretty crucial about doing that. So again, if you don't have an infiltrator in squad comp, make sure you're thinking about switching to that with a grenade bandolier and those EMP grenades. Very useful in all size fights, but definitely small to medium sized fights that we find ourselves in. The final thing I want to touch on is the importance of being aware on the minimap of where your squad is. This allows you to cover certain angles that they're not already covering, or it allows you to see if the squad is spreading out too much, if you're spreading out too much from the squad, as well as your positioning in general. So just be aware where your teammates are just as much as where your enemies are. That's it for me now. If you enjoyed these types of videos, please let me know on the forums or in comments, and make sure you like and subscribe. Thanks.